Africa will never again wait for others to defend it. We are building our own strength, our own technology, and our own armies because the future of Africa must be protected by Africans only.
Artificial intelligence is now becoming a big part of national security in Africa. South Africa has taken a huge step by creating a Defense Artificial Intelligence Research Unit. This new AI center focuses on using smart machines, data, and advanced technology to protect the country. With AI, the military can detect threats faster, make better decisions, and protect people more effectively. For example, AI systems can watch borders, track enemy movements, and help drones fly safely without pilots. It can also predict cyber attacks and stop them before damage happens. This technology is not only for war, but also for peace missions and disaster relief. South Africa's move shows that future wars will not only be fought with guns and soldiers, but also with computers and intelligent machines. This gives the country a huge advantage without needing the biggest army. It proves that brainpower and innovation can be just as strong as manpower. With this AI unit, South Africa is telling the world that African countries are ready for the future and can lead in technology. Egypt is ranked as the #1 military power in Africa. The country takes its defense very seriously because it believes strong military power is necessary for national survival. Egypt has more than 440,000 active soldiers, a very strong air force, thousands of tanks, and a navy that controls important sea routes. But the real secret of Egypt's strength is balance. It has good soldiers, modern weapons, and smart strategy. Egypt also shows its military power proudly. You can see big parades, military videos, joint training with other countries, and powerful fighter jets flying over Cairo. Egypt wants the world to know it is strong because this creates respect and fear. The country is surrounded by unstable regions like Libya, Sudan, and Gaza, so it always stays alert and keeps modernizing. For Egypt, being #1 is not just about pride, it is about safety. Weakness is not an option. That is why every year Egypt continues to upgrade its army and stay ready for any danger. Algeria is the quiet but extremely powerful military force in Africa. Unlike Egypt, Algeria does not show off. It does not make big announcements or flashy videos, but behind the silence, Algeria is building one of the strongest armies in the continent. It spends around $25 billion on defense, more than any other African country. Algeria believes that if you are fully prepared for war, you may never have to fight one. This mindset makes its army very strong and ready for anything. Algeria's military has modern tanks, strong air defense systems, and powerful aircraft supplied mainly by Russia and China. Its soldiers are well trained, and the army plays a huge role in national identity. Many young people join the military, and the nation respects its veterans deeply. Algeria rarely fights outside its borders. Instead, it focuses on protecting itself and making sure no one dares to attack. It is like a high wall built with strength, discipline, and silence. The world does not hear much from Algeria, but everyone knows it is not a country to be challenged easily. Nigeria's military power is built on real battle experience. Unlike Egypt or Algeria, which prepare for war, Nigeria faces conflicts almost every day. Its soldiers fight against insurgencies, terrorism, kidnappings, and armed groups in various regions. This constant exposure to danger has made Nigerian forces extremely battle-hardened. They learn fast, adapt quickly, and understand the reality of war better than most armies. Nigeria has about 230,000 active soldiers, plus paramilitary forces and millions in reserves. The budget is not the biggest, and some weapons are outdated, but the soldiers' experience makes up for it. In real war situations, attitude, courage, and mental strength often matter more than equipment. Nigerian troops also take part in peacekeeping missions across West Africa, bringing stability to neighboring countries. Their influence goes beyond borders. When Nigerian soldiers win battles at home, they also protect the security of the entire region. Despite challenges, Nigeria's military continues to grow stronger because every day becomes a lesson and every danger becomes training. Their greatest weapon is not technology, it is resilience, bravery, and experience. South Africa's military is not the biggest, but it is one of the smartest. Instead of relying on huge numbers of soldiers, it focuses on technology, precision, and innovation. South Africa builds many of its own military tools, including armored vehicles, drones, and artillery systems. This makes the country less dependent on foreign weapons and gives it a unique advantage. Every unit in the army is trained professionally and taught to think, plan, and execute missions with great discipline. Their fighter jets, submarines, and special forces are designed to strike with accuracy rather than large force. South Africa believes that modern wars are won with intelligence and technology, not just manpower. Even though the defense budget is smaller than many other countries, the military still stays strong because it uses its resources wisely. The strategy is simple: be smarter, be faster, and stay one step ahead. It is a military built on brains rather than size, and that makes it powerful in a modern world where innovation decides who wins. Ethiopia's military strength is built on its people. It has one of the largest standing armies in Africa, and its soldiers are known for toughness, discipline, and resilience. Ethiopia's geography, mountains, valleys, and highlands, has shaped its military for generations. Soldiers learn to fight in difficult terrain and survive in extreme conditions, giving them a natural advantage. Ethiopia does not have a very high defense budget or the most advanced technology, but it uses its manpower and strategy very effectively. The country has a long history of fighting to protect its independence, and this deep pride motivates the army strongly. When Ethiopia goes to war, it is not just the soldiers, it is the spirit of the nation. This unity makes the military harder to defeat. Ethiopia proves that strength is not always about fancy weapons. Sometimes, strength is about courage, discipline, numbers, and the will to protect the country at any cost. Angola is a powerful example of rebuilding strength after war. For many years, the country suffered through a long civil conflict that damaged the nation deeply. But instead of breaking forever, Angola chose to rebuild slowly and wisely. The military is now modernizing step by step, focusing on organization, training, and strong equipment. Angola invests carefully, spending every dollar where it matters most. Its army is improving in land operations, border security, and national defense. The Air Force and Navy are also expanding gradually. Angola does not show off or seek attention. It does not try to impress the world. Instead, it quietly focuses on becoming stronger for the future. The country understands that preparation is the key to peace. By strengthening its military calmly and patiently, Angola is making sure it will never fall again. The message is clear: strength built with patience becomes strength that lasts. Morocco's military is built not just on power, but on smart planning. It combines technology, diplomacy, and geography to create impressive strength. The country has modern equipment: F-16 fighter jets, drones, advanced tanks, and a skilled navy. The defense budget is strong, and training programs keep improving every year. But the real power of Morocco is strategy. Its location at the Strait of Gibraltar, one of the most important sea routes in the world, gives it natural influence. Morocco uses military strength and diplomacy together to protect its interests without needing war. It leverages alliances, partnerships, and strong international relations so that problems are solved before violence begins. Morocco shows that a smart army does not always fight battles. Sometimes it prevents them. It is like a chess master who wins by planning 10 moves ahead. The country proves that true power is not only in weapons but in wisdom, timing, and balance. The Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, is one of Africa's biggest countries, with a huge population and massive land area. On paper, its military looks extremely powerful because it has a very large number of soldiers. If fully organized, the DRC could become one of the most influential forces on the continent. But the problem is not the number of troops, the problem is structure and organization. Many units do not have enough modern equipment, communication systems break down, and coordination between forces is often weak. Tanks and military vehicles exist, but many are old or not maintained properly. The country spends around $0.8 billion on defense, which is not enough for an army of this size. So much power becomes difficult to control. This is why the DRC is called a sleeping giant. It has incredible military potential, but internal challenges stop it from reaching that level. The day the DRC becomes fully organized and united, the military balance of Africa could change completely. Every country in the region knows that if the giant wakes up, the story of African power will be rewritten. Sudan and Libya both have large armed forces and good amounts of equipment, but they suffer from a serious problem: lack of unity. In both countries, different groups and factions fight among themselves for power. This creates confusion and chaos inside the military. Soldiers may have weapons, tanks, and training, but without a single command system, they cannot work effectively. In Sudan, the conflict between the National Army and the Rapid Support Forces has broken military strength into two fighting sides. In Libya, years of political division have made it difficult for the military to act as one united force. A strong army needs leadership, teamwork, and trust. Without these, even the best weapons become useless. Sudan and Libya are examples of how power can collapse if it is not organized. Their militaries look powerful from the outside, but the conflicts inside make them weak on the battlefield. The lesson is clear. Unity is the heart of strength. Without unity, an army fights itself instead of the enemy.